Hey everyone, the numbers are in for Majestic Beach Resort in Panama City Beach for the third quarter of 2025. I'm Craig Duran with the Duran Group at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, playing around in the new Berkshire Hathaway Home Services studio. So I've got some new gear here to play with. So if we have a little glitch on the screen, pardon me, playing with some new toys. If you're looking to understand what's been happening in the Majestic Beach market or wanting to know where we think things may be headed in real estate, I've got some information for you today. So we'll start out with the e-alert system. For those of you who don't know about this, I know a lot of you are signed up for this already, but this e-alert system I keep talking about is probably the most accurate way for people who aren't in the real estate business to keep up with pricing in Majestic or really any real estate that you want to keep track of. I've been doing this for 22 years, and I've never seen a more accurate, easy, user-friendly way to keep people updated. This system, I'll show you what it looks like. It's set up for Majestic Beach here. So anytime a unit comes up for sale, changes price, goes under contract or pending, or sells, that's the one most people are interested in, you could be sent an email in this system, and we can set it up so that you receive it anytime something happens, like we usually have it set up for ourselves as agents, or if you just want to see it once a week or once per month, we can just batch all the information for you and it sends it out that way. It's super easy to use and understand. It'll show you, like, this unit, for example, is pending. You can see this unit sold, what date, the accurate sales price. It comes straight from our agent system. You can click on any of these tiles and you can see all of the photos. You can see all of the descriptions. So if you're interested in comparing units, you can do that. It looks great on mobile devices, desktops, what have you. So if you're interested in that, give me a call or shoot me a text, even better, 850-290-0417. I'll get you set up in the system and you can receive the information as much as you want. There's no charge for this. There's no obligation to ever work with me. I just like to have owners of real estate receiving accurate pricing information because there's so much confusion around that. So looking at some numbers, the market is showing us some very, very interesting mixed signals. I'm actually encouraged by this after over a year of maybe not being. The first chart we're going to look at comes from a company called Showing Time. Showing Time is a system that brokers and agents use to schedule actual showing appointments. We're the orange line 2025. If you look very closely early in the year, through maybe end of February, we were showing less real estate than we had been in the previous 4 years. By end of February, early March, we were showing about the same as most of the last few years. We had kind of hit and miss of here's a little point where we're higher than most, but we're about the same amount of real estate as we have been for the last few years. But check out what's happened since the end of July. It's a pretty big gap of we're showing a lot more real estate than we have in the last 2 months than we really have in the last 4 years, depending on the time, based off of the time of year. Now, this is for the entire state of Florida for every type of real estate. So it's not specific to our market, but I find that pretty encouraging, actually. When we look at the Gulf Front market for condos for buildings built since 2005, only looking at the newer buildings, I like to start with the months of inventory number. Anyone, if you've watched any of these videos, you know I'm obsessed with this metric. It's a very simple, easy number to track and show how hot or cold a market is. If the number is lower, it means things are happening faster and it's a hotter market. If the number's higher, it means we've got a slower market, buyer market. A lot of times prices are coming down. So lower number, March of 2023, we were at 1.26 months of inventory, nuclear hot market. You can see generally we've been slowing down since then. Of course, we've all felt that. What most people probably haven't felt, though, I don't know that I've even felt this, and I'm selling real estate every day. In the last 4 months, the market has actually gotten better if you look at the numbers. We were at 17.5 months of inventory in May. We're at 12 right now. So a couple things we're interested to watch. Did we if you take these 4 months out of it, are we just continuing to slow down? From April, we were at 10, and now we're at 12. So are we still slowing down after a very, very slow summer? Or is this the beginnings of an actual pickup, and are we going to get better than 12 months of inventory? That's going to be one that's interesting to watch. Traditionally, seasonally, it wouldn't be surprising to see that number creep up in the fourth quarter. After mid-November, people generally get distracted with the holidays. We sell a few less condos around the holidays until right after Christmas. We're a popular New Year's destination, so we start to pick up some business then, and then January can be a little light. So it wouldn't be surprising to see this number continue to move up. If so, I think the market still has, we still have to be concerned about pricing. If this is the beginning of something maybe tied to this, then things could be interesting coming into the spring. And the reason we watch this so much is this has everything to do with price, or usually they're inverses of each other. So if this number's going up, months of inventory, prices are normally coming down. So if you own real estate, you would love this number to keep going down. That would mean prices are going up. If you're buying real estate, this is interesting to watch, because we'll have to see, are we running out of time? We've had a lot of price depreciation over the last year. Are these deals coming to an end, or do we still have a little bit more time before the market flattens? Majestic Beach specifically, we only had 5 sales in the third quarter. A 1-bedroom, 2-bath sold for $385 July 9th. Another sale July 17th on a 3-2 at $578. Another sale August of a 1-bedroom, 2-bath with a bunk, $375. September 16th, we had Tower 1 1313. We were working on this one, $361 $800. We helped the seller on that. And then September 23rd, Tower 1 1405 closed at $390. There are 3 units pending. That's a little encouraging. I've just gone through a couple other buildings where there were 1 unit pending in one building, 1 unit pending in another project, and 0 in another one. So 3 units pending in Majestic. Majestic always does pretty well, all things considered, because of all of the fantastic things about Majestic. 1-bedroom, 2-bath is pending. Asking price is $389. All these prices represented here are what the asking price is. Since it hasn't closed yet, the sales price isn't out there. One of the 4 bedrooms is asking $819 and is pending, and then another 3-2 is asking $697 and it's pending. So, a few takeaways. Showings, that's encouraging to see. It's encouraging to see that months of inventory moving in a good direction if you're an owner of real estate. But again, I would put an asterisk by that to see if that's a small correction, because things have gotten so slow. Are we still drifting up? I feel like, in what I'm seeing day to day, that things, I don't think we're done with this sort of lousy market if you're a seller. If you're a buyer, I think you still have a little bit of time to find some good pricing out there. I'd be targeting, no later than January, February-ish, since our fiscal year sort of starts March 1st with rental season, if you're buying something pretty soon. So it'll be an interesting couple months. Are we picking up some momentum? The Fed funds rate is dropping. Maybe we have some pent-up demand from the last year of people not buying condos. Maybe some people are ready to transact. So we'll see. Again, if you want to be signed up for the e-alert system or these monthly updates, again, give me a call or shoot me a text to 850-290-0417. Again, I'm Craig Duran with the Duran Group at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, playing in the new studio. Thanks for watching.